everyone. Hope all of you are safe and healthy. This is Lopamudra Deb once again with another video. As usually, today's session also I will start with a motivational quote. Today's quotation is: doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. Here, doubt is represented as a negative factor to reach to our destination to achieve our goal. Mostly it is found that we are not very confident on ourselves. We always show doubt on our abilities and potentialities, which act as a discouraging factor in achieving our goal, in fulfilling our dreams. Rather, we should accept failure, because failure gives us some lesson. Failure provides us with experiences which makes us more confident to move ahead towards our goal. So please don't doubt on yourselves, don't doubt your potentialities and abilities. Rather, choose failure while moving towards your destination, because failure will smoothen your way to your dreams or your way in achieving your goal. So, with this motivational uh, quote and with this positive thinking, let us start today's video. In this video, I will uh, explain some principles of growth and development, various factors, some basic concepts regarding growth and development. I have already discussed in a previous video. You can check the list and can see the video again. Here in this video, I will explain about the principles of growth and development. So before starting the point or the topic of today, let us share some concepts which are very closely related with today's topic, though it was already discussed, but it's a kind of I will help you to recall some points which are very essential to understand today's topic. So when we are talking about principles of growth and development, stages of growth and development are very important. We must have to know what are various stages of development. So as we are talking about human beings, uh, these stages of development are mainly concerned with developmental stage of human beings only. Okay, so for the development or growth of an individual start from conception in the mother's womb. That means the point when zygote formation take place, and it continues till the death. So the first stage of development, it start by the formation of zygote, and it take place in the mother's womb, and and this stage is known as prenatal stage of development. That means before birth, from conception till before birth of an individual, this stage is called as prenatal stage of development. Then after prenatal, the postnatal, or more specifically it is called as neonatal stage of development, which is from birth till 15th day. 15 days of age of an individual is called as neonatal development. Actually, from neonatal, after birth, whatever developmental stages we will get, all are postnatal development. So after neonatal, the next stage of development is infancy, which is from birth to, or in some books you will find it's from birth till 2 years of age, or if neonatal stage of development is separated, then in that case you will find from 14 days to 1 month till 2 years of age. So the age till 2 years of age falls under the category of infancy. Next to infancy is childhood. The childhood is the next stage of development in an individual, and it starts from that is completion. After completion of 2 years, that is when third year of age starts. That is the beginning or the onset of childhood, and it continues till 11 or 12 years of age. Sometimes it varies from individual to individual. Childhood can again be divided into two different parts. One is uh, your pre-childhood, that is the what should I say, the beginning, the first few years of childhood, pre-childhood, and the later childhood, pre-childhood and later childhood. Pre-childhood is 2 or 3 years to 6 years of age, or sometimes in some books you may get 7 years. And in case of the later childhood, it from 6 to 7 years to 19 to 20, it will be 12 years. Sorry, it will be from 6 or 7 years to 12 years of age. 12 years, it's known as later childhood. It's known as later childhood. Then after completion of the childhood stage, the most important stage of an individual, that is adolescence, comes. Adolescence, it lasts from 11 to 12 years to 19 to 20 years. And then after completion of 20 years of age, an individual, uh, I'm just writing it here, an individual reach to adulthood, and it starts from 20 years and it lasts till 60 years of age. And then the final stage of an individual's growth and development, which is old age or aging. So these are the stages of development in an individual. So if we observe, or if the pattern of growth and development are observed, it seems that this particular the growth and development of an individual, it shows some sequential pattern, or more correctly you can say some logical pattern, and this pattern is applicable to each and every individual of a particular species. And this pattern, it seems to be operated by some general rules, or the principles. These general rules and principles, which are normally observed when we proceed from various stages of development of an individual, are called as principles of growth and development. So now one by one I will explain about various principles of growth and development. Okay, so let's start from principle of dissimilarity. There are some principles which are mainly concerned with that means these are mainly of what to say, these are mainly related to the parents. Okay, that are very corely related with the parental characteristics or this particular four principle have great influence of parents to this particular principles of growth and development. In case of principle of dissimilarity, you see, if we take this particular principle into consideration, this principle of dissimilarity, here you find, you will, it is very common that if specific parents have a specific child, that means it's very common that children are like their parents. Some of the characteristics they bear of their father, and some of the characteristics they bear of their mother. So, and those particular characteristics do not match with any other children, because this directly comes from their parents, and that makes the children different from one another. So specific parent and specific children. So this is all about principle of dissimilarity, where the individual shows differences, the individual are different from one another, and this is only because of the genetic character they inherited from their parents. Some of the characters they get from their father, and some of the characters the children get from their mother, and that makes them different from other children. Okay, so that is principle of dissimilarity. Next is principle of regression. Okay, that particular principle is supported by Sorensen. I think you have heard about his name. He is a psychologist, great psychologist. That is, principle of regression says that expression of opposite characters from the parent can also be there. It's not that we are completely similar to our parents. It's not like that. We have some differences. Like if you, though here internal or hereditary characters has their influence, but thing is that sometimes the children are too dissimilarity from their parents. Okay, they express completely different character. Like if you take the example of Abhishek Bachchan and Jaya Bachchan, he is a short lady. He's he She is a short heighted person, whereas Abhishek Bachchan, he is very tall. So in that case, Jaya Bachchan is the mother of Abhishek Bachchan, where Abhishek Bachchan is expressing the character of tallness, which is completely different from his mother. Okay, so expression of opposite character that of parents are said in this particular principle. Though this principle is discarded later because of improper explanation, because about dominant and recessive character, these are some factors that doesn't make a particular individual completely different from their parents. It's just matter of dominant and recessive character. So this particular point cannot be explained properly. That's why, that is because of improper explanation, that particular principle is discarded later on. Next is principle of wise men. Like what happened, reproductive fluids which carry the gene, which carry the chromosome, it transfer from one generation to another generation, and that makes an individual that is more or less similar to their parents. Some differences may be there, still we have many similarities with our parents, and those similarities are due to transfer of reproductive fluid, can also be said. You can say it as a chromosome or gene. Because of that, what happens, some similarities, most of the characteristic similarity are found between the parents and the children. So that is said in principle of wise man. That means, according to the principle, the child of an wise man should also be very wise in nature. Okay, this is all about this particular principle. Now, the principle of regression to purity. Okay, I will explain it. Regression to purity. Let me just erase and make the screen little clear, then I can explain it properly with you. Sometimes this pen of the graphic board doesn't work properly. That makes me very what to say, awkward when I cannot do the things properly, which makes you understand the things in a very clear way. That is a very awkward situation for me. So let's little bit clear. I made the board, the screen actually. So here, principle of regression of purity. I think in class 9 and 10, you have heard about this dominant and recessive genes. Okay, dominant is the tallness. That means the capital T and capital T, it signifies tallness of an individual, and small t and small t, it signifies dwarfness. That means if an individual contain these two genes in their chromosome, in that case the particular individual will be dwarf. And if an individual gene contain these two kind of chromosome, they will that particular individual will be tall in characters. So here also we can take an example of Amitabh Bachchan and Jaya Bachchan. What happened in this case, what this is the dominant gene and these are recessive gene. So when these two chromosome combine, the formation of this take place. That means one from the mother and one from the father. So what will happen? Because T is here, T is a dominant gene and which characterizes tallness. That's why both the children of Amitabh Bachchan and Jaya Bachchan are tall, because they carry the dominant T gene from the father. Okay, in case if it is carried this, in that case the children would be dwarf. Okay, actually it is not pure tallness, still the T is the dominant one. That's why the children are taller in height. Okay, that is about principle of regression and that is purity. That means regression towards the pure trait. These are the pure trait, and this signifies regression towards the pure trait. Okay, that's all about principle of regression and purity. So these four principles basically related with the paternal or maternal characteristics of an individual. Now, some common principles that is, you will find this principle in most of the books. So let's discuss one by one about this common principles. Now, first one is principle of continuity. Again, I'll have to clear the board to make you understand about the next principles. So please give me a time to make the screen clearer. So when we talk about continuity, I think you are you have got some idea that I'm going to tell you something which is very continuous, which is very continuous from the beginning till the end. That means from the beginning stage of development till the end stage of development of an individual. So, principle of continuity, it says that development, it is a continuous, never-ending process. It starts from the conception and ends with the death. That means it starts from womb and ends at the womb. That means when the formation of zygote takes place due to fertilization between the sperm and the egg or ova, the zygote formation takes place and the process of development starts. And the process of development from that very point continues till an individual dies. Sometimes uh, you can say that we human beings, we do not grow, that means physically we do not show development after a certain age. But no matter we do not show physical growth, and or you can say it's a part of development actually, but we grow socially, we grow, cognitive growth take place, we, that is mental growth is very much there, like intellectual growth, we grow socially, we grow emotionally till we die, and it's a never ending process, it keep on going till we die. Okay, that's all about principle of continuity. That means it starts with the conception and ends with death, and the changes, however small and gradual, continue to take place in all dimensions of one personality throughout one's life. Okay, that is said in principle of continuity. Then principle of uniform sequence, which is very very important. Like uh, in case of an individual, again I'll have to move to that particular screen. Principle of that is principle of uniform sequence. No matter whether an individual, that is in which cultural or in which socio-economical uh, background it belong to, no matter whether it is a boy or a girl, but each and every individual, they show some uniformity, developmental pattern. Okay, like the growth, the rate of growth and development, they show some unique pattern, and which is applicable to each and every individual, human individual. Okay, so in passing through the developmental stage, the stages are often so silent and gradual, as to be, that means almost it is invisible over a long duration. And sometimes again we find that the growth is very rapid. Suppose if you take into consideration the child who is, that means from birth till 2 years, that means during the period of infancy, you will, that is automatically find the change in the body structure of an individual, that how physically the growth of that particular, of an individual of that particular age group take place. It may be physical growth, it may be motor development, it may be social or emotional development. You will find the growth rate is very rapid. It means very fast, it is easily distinguishable. But after the age of 2 till uh, 10 to 12 years, you will not find very different. Physical growth you will is quite observable, but it is in a very slow rate. The growth rate is very very slow. Sometimes when it can be observed that way, it doesn't bring drastic change in the physical structure of an individual, or its emotional, or its intellectual or social. Too much that is changes you will not find. So that good, because the growth rate at this stage is again very very slow. So such kind of uniformity is observed in each and every individual depending on the stage of development. Okay, so that's what said in this particular um, that is principle of growth and development, because like it follows an uniform sequence. The sequence is very very uniform. Okay, like sudden things doesn't sometimes it's very rapid, and sometimes again it is very very gradual, very silent, slow. Okay, so it's applicable to all individuals. Next is principle of uniform pattern. Okay, so there is again uniformity in the pattern of growth and development, which is again very very distinct, and which brings some what to say the that is that this particular uniformity of pattern that makes an individual quite uniform or similar to one another, because all the individual show some definite pattern. They show some that means various dimensions of environment sorry growth and development follow some uniformity of pattern. Okay, like it can be cognitive ability, it can be physical or psychosocial development. They follow some uniform sequence, and this particular sequence spread over different developmental stages and periods of one's life. Okay, so which is very very clear and visible in everyone's case throughout the various stages of development of an individual. Okay, I have listed 14 principles of growth and development, and in this video I'm going to finish till 7. And because I think you have also got tired of listening to me, and I have also finding little bit tiredness while explaining these things for you. So I will explain the rest of the principles in my next video. Hope this video you have find beneficial for you, and I'm sure that after listening to this video you will be eagerly waiting for the next video regarding the same topic. So very soon I'm going to share a new video related to this that is principles which I have not discussed but listed here. So I am winding up here. Hope you have liked the video. Please do share and like my video. To get regular notification, you need to hit the bell icon. And please, please, please do take care of yourself. Situation is not very good. You need to take care of yourself and your surroundings and family members too. So I'm signing off now. Please do wait for my next video. Bye bye. Stay safe, stay home.